On January 1st, Kenyan President Uhuru addressed his nation. In it, this was said: to boost tourism, trade, as well as social engagement, and to bolster continental integration, our national carrier Kenya Airways will join hands with partners in South Africa to establish a Pan-African Airline with unmatched continental reach and global coverage. A Pan-African Airline. The next day, mega aviation blogger The Points Guy posted, Kenya Airways and South African Airways to form new airline to launch in 2023. At this point, I'm pretty excited, but the thing is, it's a lie. There will be no Pan-African Airline. So who's lying and about what exactly? Well, everyone claiming that there will be a new airline is, although they're not doing so intentionally. President Uhuru did specifically say that a new airline would be established, but as South African Airways spokesperson Vimla Maestri clarified on January 3rd, this is not actually the case. Instead, the two airlines plan to embark in a joint venture, which means there will be no merger, but the two would extensively code-share and cooperate on scheduling, essentially operating as if it were one airline. Now, as an extremely busy and overwhelmed politician who doesn't specialize in commercial aviation, it could be easy to mistake a joint venture with a merger. And for the people posting the headline, New Pan-African Airline to be created, they obviously weren't lying on purpose, because usually a president's word is the ultimate authority. But hey, mistakes happen. This joint venture is still huge news in of itself though, and for South African, it's actually a dire necessity. Simple Flying reports that the carrier no longer has any wide bodies after emerging from its recent bankruptcy. I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate, because according to CH Aviation back in April 2021, South African's new airline operator certificate specifies 8 aircraft, 2 of which being the A340-600, and 1 being the A330-300. Regardless of whichever source is right, however, it is clear that the airline is in poor shape and unable to conduct efficient, comprehensive long-haul service. Now, this has been the case, unfortunately, for some decades. This airline literally survived on government bailouts until recently. And in short, South African really needs this joint venture in order to survive. With just 3 wide-bodies, if that is the case, they'll barely have any international routes. And these aircraft aren't the newest, so maintenance is a pretty big cost. And on top of all that, the A340-600 is pretty much the most fuel-inefficient plane you could possibly have. With the joint venture, however, they'd be able to utilize Kenya Airways' ultra-efficient 787s without having to invest in expensive wide-bodies themselves, which is good because they're not currently in a position to do so. So, Kenya Airways would get the international travelers, and then South African would just have to worry about the relatively short 2,000-mile trip south. This would, 1, allow South African to focus just on short-haul flying, and 2, still get them international travelers. And after a few years of this rehab, hopefully South African Airways would emerge a much healthier airline. And cultural and economic ties between Kenya and South Africa would be strengthened. It's a good, solid plan, so I'm really hoping it all works out. All this does make me wonder, though, if Ethiopian might try to make some kind of countermove. And if so, how would they? Would they partner with an airline as well? Perhaps the likes of Air Mauritius? What do you think? I love conspiracy theories, so comment yours below. Please consider subscribing if you like aviation content, and with that, I'll see you in the next one.